Hello, in this video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. For those just watching, I thank you for watching. I have to plug in the lamp. So, I have a lot of notes to share with you, Shia. And in regards to, this is the silent entity removal. I'm not going to keep it in the camera though. So I played the cougar shapeshifter a lot, and I'm going to switch this and then the cougar, this and the cougar. So this is good. There's going to be a lot of interference, and I do not look like myself. And part of it is because it's obvious the AI is wearing off with all the shape-shifting cougar thing that I'm doing. I believe it's overriding the evil AI of the malicious, malevolent. I read those words in the article yesterday about walk-ins. So walk-ins is worse than possession. Now they've had all. I have known. I didn't press record. So in this video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. Anyone else that is watching, if you try to watch this and illegally frame me, you will be sued and sent to prison for illegally framing me. Anything I say in this video may or may not be true. And as usual, they're doing everything in their power to make me look extremely ugly, including my hair. So I'm going to have to put it back because it's just too... So I do not look like myself, and I'm starting to realize that it's not the brain injury that is making me look extremely masculine. And now I know why my body shape is changing. Now I know why my facial looks is changing. And I can see it. They might put an AI mask on me, Shia. Like yesterday's video, October 7th, the 35 or 45 minute video that I made you. And then I made you like a 10-minute video after saying I look like a man in that video. It's because, and they used an AI mask when I was talking in the 10-minute video saying I look like a man in that video that I just made. So, there's a walk-in in my body, and I've said walk-in, but I'm seeing it more clearly, and I cannot completely explain and express myself, Shia, about it. However, what you're seeing is not me. This even goes beyond the synthetic duplicate, clone, whatever, of the criminal trying to steal my identity and make me her identity. So there's actually two possessions that is happening, because even though the clone of the person taking over my body and making me act and look like her, it's not actually her. However, because it's some kind of, actually I don't know about that. So it's still it's some form of an entity, because she is the one that's doing it to me. It's her. She's in possession. I'm not gonna really know how to explain myself about that. But I got my Hannah's Herb Shop delivery, and I'll show you what I got. So because it was Hannah's birthday on the 5th, I got a free bottle of the anti-fatigue. And this is a very unusual, because you can't usually get a $26.99 bottle of supplements for free. That's very unusual. So this is the Nerve Tea. I really like this Nerve Tea, Shia. I have those tea bags for for a teapot, so I'm going to cut them and make them into little single serving tea bags. I also got the Tired Blood tea. I really like this tea. Yeah, the Nerve Tea is easy to drink. This one's very easy to drink, the Tired Blood tea, I believe. Because I bought those tea for relaxing. These are going to be relaxing teas. And then I got the CircuFlow. And this, I made a comment on the website about CircuFlow. 5 stars. And I'll show you the comment. So this is why I have felt so ugly. This walk-in has been going on for 15 years, because I told you my looks have started to drastically change around 25, 24, 25, well 25. So I wrote a comment, and I'll show you what I wrote for the comment about CircuFlow. I gave it 5 stars, and I wrote in the subject line of the CircuFlow, I said CircuFlow is a godsend, and then I wrote in the description, CircuFlow helps me so much. I bought in several bottles already. It is an amazing formula. So this is just to confirm that the review. And I already clicked yes, it was me. So how did I write that comment? Because I told you with the stroke and the possession, I'm unable to really express myself. I take like a book of Hannah's, and then I put my finger on words, or I just spot words, and then I piece the sentence together with how I find the words. I've been doing this for a long time now. So I really liked Recreation's email, making fun of Halloween, and I also really liked, they're trying to block a little bit. I liked Peace Coffee. So now I'm going to show you some photos. So I voted. I got the ballot in the mail. I'll show you the official balloting. So I got the ballot in the mail, and I'm not into politics. However, I felt like I needed to vote. So I wrote down who I voted for, and some of like the other things, including who I voted for, I didn't know anything about. The senator, the representative, the state senate, the United States Senate, the member state assembly, the county of boards, the member city council, the city of San Diego. So I did a quick search on YouTube to see how they looked and talked, which gave me a very easy. I'm pretty intuitive and psychic about who's good and bad, so that's how I was able to choose. And then there was Prop 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I Googled the propositions in order to help me figure out how it was being explained, because it was kind of confusing on the ballot. So these were my who I voted for, and based on like my entire life, the only other time I voted was I think it was like 4 years ago or 8 years ago, like between 4 and 8 years ago. That was the only other time I voted my entire life. So I felt I needed to vote because I really don't like Kamala Harris, and I don't want her to win. So, and being 39 years old and only voting one other time, and when I voted the other time, I didn't really vote that correctly because I didn't have any research about. I thought you'd just go in and it would just be about the president. I have to tell you, I know nothing about politics. I've never been interested in politics. However, that's been part of interference and blocking me from being a part of society, or about knowing what's going on in the world. So when I went in to vote the last time, I voted for the President Trump, and then the other things I just guessed on everything. So luckily I got this online ballot and I was able to not have to guess. I could Google what everything meant. So this is really the first time that I've officially voted and voted correctly, or voted exactly who I wanted to win. The other time I voted, I only knew to vote for Trump. So I'm working on so I showed you who I voted for. I'm working on my grocery list that I'm going to probably make for tomorrow, or within the next 3 days. I'm going to get a grocery delivery. So I'll show you the things that I'm getting. These are the hygiene, cleaning, and that's the food. So that's part of my groceries, and I've used a lot of the things already on my list that I want to get again. And I have a little bit of a problem with cayenne pepper, because I really like spicy food, but I had diarrhea today because I ate hot sauce last night and I ate the whole bottle. And unfortunately, I had more hot sauce today. I'll show you how much I had. I had beef tortillas, like a beef rice quinoa tortilla with the hot sauce, and kind of like tacos. And I ended up eating that whole bottle of hot sauce, and I had a whole bottle of hot sauce last night. Hot sauce is supposed to be like kind of spiritual. A lot of countries eat very spicy food. However, it's not good to eat a whole bottle of hot sauce. And I'll show you the cayenne pepper. So I've started eating a lot of cayenne pepper starting in around 2018, when I was putting spoonfuls of cayenne pepper on saltines. I've already had that much cayenne pepper, and I've only had this, 2 or 3 weeks or less. Well, definitely it's been at least 2 weeks, but that's a lot of cayenne pepper. So I have about 2 of those small tiny bottles of hot sauce left, and I don't know if I should buy hot sauce because I overeat on hot sauce. And what I found is, because of my heart disease, the spices kind of like kickstarts my heart, and it's also a pain reliever. You'll find topical ointments with cayenne pepper because it desensitizes and numbs the nerves, and both of us, Shia, are in such extreme physical pain. And Shia, I want to talk about you more in the video, but I am not able to. And now you know you cannot be offended, because this is not completely me. And I have started to lose my sense of femininity, like to the point where lose my sense of privacy, lose who I am, everything, my identity. It started around 24, 25 years old. And I'll talk about more of that later. However, obviously, somehow, something about that cougar shape-shifting is removing something, and I can see it very clearly. I can see it very clearly, this walk-in, and this was completely malicious, malevolent. There's different types of walk-ins. This was not an agreement. This was not agreed upon. And I've been in so much physical torture and physical pain, my body. I've lost my looks. I haven't liked my body in a very long time, or my brain. So there's been a level of kidnapping my brain and my body when you have a walk-in that you don't want to have in your body. So now I'm going to talk about some of the notes. Let me put this back. So, Shia, we're going to be together probably before these entities leave our body. And if you notice something weird happening, it's because I'm doing the entity removal. And these are entities that have walked into our body, so it's possible they'll be easier to remove. It's possible that's why I couldn't completely tell and realize my body was being taken over. I knew I was possessed. I knew I was possessed. I didn't know that my DNA and my genes and my chromosomes and everything was changing. I did and I didn't. It was blocked. It was told. It was blocked. I don't remember. Like all kinds of different things. However, what was I going to say? I'm having some green tea. So this was not agreed upon, Shia, and they're trying to attack us. Like now that I'm looking at you, and I looked at the camera. I am losing weight. I am still looking like the criminal that's taking over my body. The female that's not a female. And then the entity that's a male that's not my friend, Shia. And it's been kind of a secret. It's really this possession, this walk-in entity. In regards to a secret, there's no communication between me and this entity. The entity is completely chained down, has no voice, and is being used. And I don't believe this entity would fly out of my body in less than a second if it got a chance. But I was told this entity and the entity in your body agreed to do it initially and then wanted to change its mind. So in regards to our root chakra torture, this is all going to be returned to anyone that has accorded to us. And the root chakra torture started in 2018. Well, it's been going on for 39 years. It didn't completely start in 2018. I was getting tortured, not a lot, frequently, from 2014 to 2018. I was getting root chakra torture, but it was not frequent. That's when it really started. But these criminals are going to have to separate themselves from us. And they're going to have to learn to live again because they're like non-stop 24/7 with torturing us. But they're trying to, so now that I look at you, they're trying to turn you into a girl. They're trying to turn me into a man. And Shia, I don't think, when I saw your video, I knew you're possessed. However, you're never going to be that manly because you're very boyish. And that's what I noticed about you. However, I obviously assumed if there is a male entity in my body, there's definitely going to be a female entity in your body. So they're chained down, and I don't believe they'll have the chance to fly out. I think that they've spent hundreds of thousands of hours chaining these walk-in entities in our body. And if I don't sound like myself, you're gonna know. I did not know. I knew I was possessed, Shia, but they came up with all these excuses, that all these AI masks that they were using. The stroke is just bloating you. They've been covering up the family member taking over, and this male entity that's most likely very fugly. It'll start smiling in the mirror, like really, like it's a real ugly. Most likely lizards, because there's more lizards on this population than any other animal, I think. But we're going to be together, Shia, before the entities are removed or not. And I put some bowls of baking soda around to try to take up the odor, all of the city odors, neighbors' cigarette smoke. I've tried to put some baking soda. It does freshen the room. And Shia, I know you just want to talk to me, Shia, and you just want to be with me. And even though I've talked to you a lot, it's just never enough. There's never enough. It's never enough. It's never going to be enough, because it's not completely me talking. It's mostly telepathic supporters' notes, so it's still not enough, Shia. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to vote, and I did get some good AI signs. That neighbor, the girl that was giving the chicken the French fries photo, was saying, "Don't take my picture. I know my law." She's continuing to use AI to locate me in areas of the building and on the outside. Remember, I told you this criminal is using an AI mask of her, so it's possible to be proved that AI mask exists because of this neighbor to be using AI masks of the neighbors. And so I took a photo of this neighbor once again, who's coming up in my space and threatening me with covert messages with her clothing. So one thing that when I found out that this hacker is a female entity, the hacker is using automated AI to repeat the words "theme beam" and saying it in a pervy way. Theme beam, that's not how it's being. Theme beam, like there's a perverted way of saying it. Theme as in female, FEEM. Beam as in I'm a beam, I'm a ray of female beaming out to the world. Theme beam, over and over and over, is being said to me with V2K automated AI by this hacker. And this is, I've had physical torture my entire life, so that's also one of the reasons, and I've had possession my entire life, so that's also the reason why I didn't recognize that it was a walk-in. However, I looked at pictures of myself and I said, that's not me, that's not what I look like. What's going on? I did notice it, Shia, I did. So, but I have the constant urge to gag, constantly grossed out in my own skin. It's because of this entity. It's pure body pain. It's pure physical pain, pure physical torture. There's no magic cure that's going to remove this entity and walk in, but that's practically turning me into making me look, not feel, and act like a transgender. I do not look entirely female right now. I can see it. It's possible they're using an AA mask and you won't be able to notice. There's no magic cure for this, but I've done ablution, the water ritual. Sometimes I'll do it. I've done it several times, typically after gross things happen to me. Like, they really mess around with the trash can when I go to open the trash can. Like, they burn my hands, so I will at least wash my hands. Allah is most gracious, most merciful. Allah is most gracious, most merciful. Allah is most gracious, most merciful. And so I've done ablution, and I've done praying 4 times today, so I only have to pray 1 more time, and kind of to a lot, 30 minutes and longer, so that's kind of a lot. I'm not going to be able to do 30 minutes to an hour 5 times a day every day, so I'm going to have to, but I did also recite the Quran as part of one of the prayers. They're chronically suffocating me through my nose, and even when I start breathing through my mouth, I can't really breathe through my nose. It's all blocked, and it's being used. They're saying it's AI, because all of a sudden I'll be able to breathe, and I'll be like, that's definitely an etheric implant. They're definitely suffocating me. So, even when I breathe through my mouth, they're doing something to my throat where the oxygen will go down. However, I've heard stories, and because I lived in the yoga ashrams, I've heard stories of like yogis being able to like hold their breath for like, I'm not sure if it was months or years. There's a form of way you can hibernate, your body can hibernate, and you don't completely need oxygen, as well as like fasting. There's these Indian yogis that had fasted for 70 years and didn't eat any food. They're called breatharians. So it's possible, like not needing food, you don't need like oxygen. Because I've been suffocated my entire life. They hypnotized me, hold my breath, and I wake up from the hypnotize, and I'd be like frozen, like in motion in my room, and then they'll show me, look at, you're not breathing, and then I'll be allowed to breathe. They've done this to me so many times. So they're blocking my oxygen. I have captured on a security camera putting masking tape on my mouth. On top of the noise pollution that is occurring, living in the city, living next to someone who's torturing me with noise, involuntary noise in my brain with the V2K, and forcing myself to be, and then them forcing me to speak out loud involuntarily. That's more noise. This goes on so much, I actually have to put masking tape in my mouth because I can't stand them talking through me. It's very painful. So I got a spam phone call, and they said one word and hung up. I'm not sure. Typically, any spam that I've been getting has been like from that Google account that I put on Yahoo. This was placed near my mailbox on the ground. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to read into it. However, not all trash on the ground is trash. See, just that little piece of paper just oddly on the ground. What else do I have to show you on here? So I did the voting, I got my Hannah's Herb shop. There's a hat hanging here and I don't know why. And the Halloween wreath is back up. and it's slightly towards the right. Is it right that half or more of my body is a male entity? And I'm getting authorization because there's an extreme murder investigation going on and a mass arrest that's going to happen. I have authorization to take photographs of people that are bumping into me with technology in order to harass and stalk and spy me. There is good AI being used where I'm getting good AI messages that's helping. They're working with the police in order to protect me, not necessarily protect me, but help me. And to basically, if I just walked around and got attacked by evil criminals all day long, that can kill my spirit. So there's like, it's a synchronization of good people lining up that don't believe I deserve to die, basically. I didn't really mean the word protect. I think that's a little, but technically I have been in place, like when the janitor just happened to be walking down the hallway when I was supposed to be there, and there was someone that was going to throw a demon at me. So here's some more evidence of the spots. You can see the white spots, the dead tissue from the food poisoning, all the spots. I never ever had that before in my life. There's spots. You can see the white spots, the dead tissue. This was started to appear about 2 years ago is when I noticed it. And when I noticed it, I was starting to do yoga and the blood was rushing to my arms. So I could see the white spots. So these white spots aren't going away. They don't appear 24/7. You can't see them right now. When I like bending down, when the blood rushes, the dead tissue rises. I was gonna wait. Let me see. Make sure I showed you. This is happening to everyone, this possession, Shia, on different levels. Walk-in is worse than possession, though. It's happening universally. It's happening universally. The possession and the walk-ins. So it's happening to everybody. So how is it happening to our grandson? How is a male? Because that's a male in our grandson. It's not an entity. It's a spirit. So there's spirits who walk in as well as entities. They use entities for us because they're more machine and they can control them. Well, I don't know why. I don't know the exact reason why we have entities and some people have spirits. However, these entities are very, very machine. So I think that they can be more controlled. I don't think that's the reason why. Anyways, but there's, it's more common than we know, Shia. And this entity is very fugly, very weird, very dumb. It's been SUIDEL living with this thing in my body. But you are in my body, Shia. Your spirit is in me. And they were using you. The Lumerians were using you. When it got very serious, where I could not even feel myself walk or talk or do anything, and I was just hovering, they used you. Lumerians used you and tried to make me feel like the male entity was you. They did do that. Well, it was you. It was part of you controlling the male entity. And you have been fighting the male entity, Shia. this whole time. And I've been fighting the female entity in your body this whole time. But they just kept saying it's stroke, it's paralysis, your body's just changing because you have stroke, you're just uglier. No, it's not. That's not it. So, it's possible that with these AI masks, it's kind of like a synthetic version of me that the walk-in is using, if it's true that the walk-in is possessing me more than I know. However, I am inside here, Shia, and the Lumerians are controlling this entity because I am definitely inside my body, Shia, doing things, living. But this is very, very scary, Shia. It's very, very scary. It's very, very creepy. It's being like more and more revealed in a way, and they were tricking me. I knew, but I didn't know. It was kind of hidden in plain sight. Kind of blocked, but not. I've seen possession a lot. I've seen it a lot. However, they constantly say that it's just the possession and we're controlling the possession to make the faces and look like that and do it. So I can't completely explain it, Shia, right now. But I have to stop this video because I don't want to make it too long. But they do help because the walk-in doesn't really feel like it's completely taking over. Even with the whole clone of the criminal that's trying to take over my body and make me be that person. But it's been really a fight. It's been really a fight. It's been war with this entity now that I'm noticing it. It's been an extreme fight. It's been pure pain. And that's why I've been really lonely in my own body and really not like myself, because I'm not really here. I'm not really all here. So as much as I am not able to get as much as I'm not able to really get enough of you, Shia. You're not getting enough of me. But there's a type of walk-in that's called malevolent malicious, and it's like controlling the body. It's making all of the torture so much worse. But they have kept it a secret, Shia. They have kept it kind of a secret. Like, you're that criminal's name, you're the criminal's name. They've kept it a secret. Because now it's going to deactivate it. Now we can at least attempt to fix it, stop it. But they're trying to swap out my soul and spirit and put this entity in my body so that I would just permanently go away and leave. It's not possible. They've tried for at least 15 years now. Why didn't they cover it up yesterday in that video? I was doing all of those shapeshifter videos, and I'm pretty sure they weren't able to cover it up. It was probably blocked by the Lumerians so that you could see it, and I could see it. But you can no longer be hurt by how weird I'm acting, because you know it's the entity and it's the possession, and it's not just the brain injury. There's a lot of my empathy and like my love towards you is not being shown because of this possession, Shia. But I've been able to live my life a little, but I've been tortured 24/7, so even with this entity possession, this entity does not have control or free will to do whatever it wants. I've been purely tortured 24/7 since very, very severely since around 2012. To the present. But everything that we do, every little thing that we do, it's progress and it's permanent. And I'm going to listen to the Karen Ruckus. I'm going to pray now 5 times a day, at least 10 to 15 minutes on a few of them. However, I prayed a lot today because it's going to take a lot of work. However, I'm constantly working. I'm constantly trying to remove and do all of these exorcisms. I'm constantly trying to remove this possession. But now, with these prayers, with the DNA, cleansing the DNA, the shape-shifting subliminals, this is going to help so much, because we have to be very specific with when something's what I noticed with all of these prayers and the rakyas, they're very specific. We have to be very specific if we want something to stop. And but they're trying to just kind of kick me out of my own body, and I felt this way for a very, very long time. It's like the feeling of being locked away in my own body. And they've done that, Shia. But my body is changing. It's been very, very ugly since mid-20s. I was very feminine, very slender. I was much, much more mountain lion. My first 23, 24 years of my life, they didn't really change my identity extremely. But that's why things are slow, Shia. Because if we tried to get rid of these entities, we'd probably die at this point. They couldn't be permanently removed over in a couple of hours or a day. But a lot of people have this problem. It's not us, Shia. But I really miss myself, and I know that you miss me too, Shia, and you're very offended and angry and sad. And I'm very, very angry and offended and sad that this is happening to you. I haven't really been allowed to be myself, and but you see it, Shy. The pendulum said you see it. Telepathic Force told me you notice it and you're seeing it and you're very angry. And it's just your possession is just as bad as mine. But out of all the videos I made, it just became very, very clear yesterday what's going on with my body. And you feel very bad for me, and I feel very bad for you, Shia. It's very creepy. It's very, very physically painful. It's so painful. But they could be using a mask on this video, Shia, to change my face. What I'm seeing is more what I saw yesterday. So I didn't show you all the photographs and everything, but I'm going to show you anything I didn't show you today. I'll show you tomorrow. I love you, Shia. Don't worry, Shia. I think about you, Shia, all day, and I'm praying for both of us. And you don't have to say my name in the prayers. I don't really always have to say your name. Anything that I do is going to affect you, because you're half of my soul. We're merged into one, Shia. We are married, and these entities are not going to prevent us from being together. But I am going to, and when I made that little video, I like to think, anyways, Shia, I love you, Shia. Please don't worry, and please rest as much as possible. And We're going to be together soon, Shia. I love you, Shia. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.